The Honorable Presiding Officer is now in the session hall. Shall we all rise?
Good morning, everyone. The 31st regular session is now called to order. Please rise for our invocation and the singing of the Pambansang Awit.
Loving and merciful Father, we come before you today with grateful hearts, thankful for the gift of life, for our families, our community, and the quiet guidance you give us each day. As we begin this session, fill our minds with clarity, our hearts with patience, and our words with gentleness. Teach us to listen with care, to speak with honesty, and to act with humility. Lord, we lift our community to you. Strengthen those who struggle, comfort those who are burdened, and guide our decisions so that they may bring hope, peace, and fairness. We also lift up the world. In times when resources are scarce and conflicts affect many lives, grant leaders wisdom that they may choose peace over division, cooperation over conflict, and compassion over pride. May all our actions today reflect integrity, compassion, and service. Let your peace dwell in us, flow through our work, and reach our community, our nation, and the world. With grateful hearts, we lift this prayer to you. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, helas ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, kuya ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong bangaw, ay hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitingin, ang bituin at araw niya kailan ang ay di magtitingin. Luman ang araw ng buwan, bakit pagsinta, mo'y langit sa piling mo. Ang hindi kaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
For the panunumpa sa katapatan ng watawat, may we have Honorable Ante.
Mga kasamahan ko sa ika-20 at Sangguniang Bayan ng Pulamulok, inyayahan ko po kayong lahat na itaas natin ang ating kanang kamay, sabay-sabay nating bigkasin ang panunumpa ng watawat ng Pilipinas bilang tanda ng ating paggalang, pagkakaisa at tapat na paglilingkod sa ating bayan. Ako ay Pilipino, buong katapatang nanunumpa sa watawat ng Pilipinas at sa kanyang kasagisag na may dangal, katarungan at kalayaan na pinakikilos ng sambayanang makadiyos, makatao, makakalikasan at makabansa.
Kami anak ng sakot, kami anak ng sakot, tapato, paglayang isang dugo ng Pilipino. Iba't ibang tribo, pinanggalingan di hadlang sa pagtaguyod ng matibay na mamamayan. Mula mundo
Kaya pang tahanan, ito'y isang biyaya. Likas na mayaman, lupain ay masagana. Bigyan pugay ang bawat lumikha ng tagumpay. Sa hirap at ginhawa, kami kaagapan. Lumulok tahanan ng kayamanan, lalong pagyamanin, kultura at karangalan. Hawak kamay, pagtibayin ating katungkulan. Ipagpunit, isisigas sa buong sanlibutan. Lumulok tahanan ng manggagawa. Lumulok tahanan ng mga bayani. Muslim, katutubo at mga Kristiyano. Kapit-bisig sa pagunlad ang siyang minimiti. Ipagmundi bawat tangkay, taas mo, iwagaybay, Panginoon, tanging Ama, bawat pagtahang itong buhay. Lumulok tahanan ng kayamanan, lalong pagyamanin, kultura at karangalan. Hawak kamay, pagtibayin ating katungkulan. Ipagpunit, isisigaw sa buong sangbayanan. Ipagpunit, isisigaw sa buong
Will be led by Honorable Costas.
To my fellow councilor, let us all raise our right hand and all together recite the Councilor's Creed. I am a Philippine councilor, mandated by law to enact measures and ordinances that redound to the general welfare of my constituents in their pursuit for happiness, peace, and prosperity. I believe in public service above self as the guiding principle of my official acts, and as I head the pathway of local legislation, may the Almighty guide my mind and heart, and shall be true to my constituents and the Filipino people. So help me God.
Please take your seats. Secretariat, please call the roll.
Time of arrival of Councilor Lumayag and Councilor Farcon is 3 minutes after 9. But we are in perfect attendance, Madam Presiding, for the 12th time, the 12th time that the 20th Sangguniang Bayan is in perfect attendance.
Thank you for the perfect attendance. Councilors, for that, may we proceed with our business.
For the reading and consideration of the previous minutes, we have 2 minutes under consideration. First is the minutes of the 29th regular session held at the SB Session Hall on February 27, 2026, and minutes of the 30th regular session also held at the SB Session Hall on March 3, 2026.
Any corrections to the minutes of the previous sessions? If none, the same is approved as read.
We don't have privileged speech calendared by the presiding, so we'll proceed to the first reading and referral of proposed.
Excuse me, our COP is here. Maybe he wanted to avail of the privilege hour. Rules suspended. COP. Hindi na kailangan. Bakit ka tumatawa, Emerald? Hindi ko na kailangan tawagin si Honorable Salada because I wanted it very quick. Okay, so let's proceed.
For the first reading and referral of proposed measures or communications, number one, we have communication from the Office of the Municipal Mayor dated March 5, 2026, addressed to the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan through Honorable Flores Esbanzuelo Carlos, Municipal Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer. Gentlemen and ladies, greetings, respectfully requesting the honorable members of the 20th Sangguniang Bayan for the passage of a resolution adopting the local school board plan for calendar year 2026 to 2028 of the Municipality of Polmolok, South Cotabato. Signed, Honorable Bernie de Palencia, Municipal Mayor.
Urgent.
Next is also the letter B, a letter from the Municipal Mayor addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. Gentlemen and ladies, in line with the communication from the provincial government of South Cotabato regarding the endorsement of the MOA on the implementation of the CSO Academy Program Batch 3 in partnership with the provincial government of South Cotabato, the Association of Foundations Incorporated, Mahintana Foundation Incorporated, and participating local government units. The program aims to strengthen civil society participation in local governance and enhance collaborative mechanisms between the LGU and the accredited civil society organizations. In this regard, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan for the passage of a resolution authorizing Honorable Mayor de Palencia to enter into MOA with the provincial government of South Cotabato, the Association of Foundations Incorporated, Mahintana Foundation Incorporated, and participating local government units for the implementation of the CSO Academy Program Batch 3 in the Municipality of Polomolok. Attached herewith is the proposed MOA for your review and consideration, signed by our Municipal Mayor.
Unless there's a manifestation from the committee chair on associations, the same is to be referred to his committee. Okay, the same is to be referred to the committee on associations. Next.
Number 2 is fiscal year 2026 General Fund Annual Budget of Barangay Landan.
To the number 2 is to be referred to the Committee on Finance and Committee on Barangay Affairs.
And number 3 is a complaint in judicial affidavit form submitted by Maimuna Pandian, Suib Rodrigo as complainant versus Punong Barangay Rebecca Jolly, Barangay Kagawa Jonathan Bagon, and Barangay Kagawa Joey Mingito of Barangay Landan, Polomolok, South Cotabato, as respondents for the accusation of use of authority, misconduct in office or oppression, and dereliction of duty against elective barangay officials, docketed as 20th Sangguniang Bayan Administrative Case number 001-2026.
Committee of the Whole.
For our late communications, we have 6 communications which are considered late. First is the letter also coming from our municipal mayor addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. In line with the municipality's commitment to strengthen partnerships with linkages with private institutions and in addressing the urgent medical needs of its constituents, Mindanao Medical Center Incorporated intends to partner with the LGU of Polomolok to provide medical services that will be made available to individuals and families in the municipality of Polomolok, particularly during emergency situations. In view of the foregoing, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the urgent passage of a resolution authorizing our municipal mayor to enter into MOA with the MMCI or Mindanao Medical Center Incorporated and to sign other documents related thereto. Attached are the pertinent documents for this request. Thank you and warm regards.
The same is urgent.
And number 2, LateCom. It's also a letter from our municipal mayor addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor, Presiding Officer. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. The Department of Social and Development, or DSWD, Field Office 12 has formally identified the LGU of Polomolok as one of the recipients of the milk feeding program for calendar year 2026. To ensure the effective and timely implementation, the DSWD has prepared a MOA, or Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU, outlining the roles and responsibilities of both parties. The concurrence and authorization of the Sangguniang Bayan are necessary to enable the municipal mayor to sign the said MOU on behalf of the LGU. In view of the foregoing, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the urgent passage of a resolution authorizing our municipal mayor to enter into an MOU with the DSWD Field Office 12 and to sign other related documents necessary for the implementation of the DSWD milk feeding program in our municipality.
The same is urgent.
And number 3 is also a letter from our municipal mayor addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor and Presiding Officer. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. In line with the municipality's commitment to uphold environmental sanitation and ensure compliance with national laws on healthcare waste management, the Polomolok General Hospital, or PGH, will enter into a MOA with the provincial government of South Cotabato for the proper transport, treatment, and disposal of healthcare wastes. This agreement is anchored on RA 7160 and RA 6969, or the Toxic Substances and Hazardous and Nuclear Waste Control Act of 1990, RA 8749, Clean Air Act of 1999, and RA 9003, the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, as well as Provincial Ordinances Number 6, Series of 2016, and 22, Series of 2016, which regulate and fix fees for healthcare waste management services. Under the MOA, the provincial government, through its treatment facility in Barangay Tinongkop, Tangtangan, South Cotabato, shall provide collection, transport, treatment, and disposal services for the PGH healthcare wastes. The agreement also specifies responsibilities of both parties, including proper segregation, storage, issuance of manifests, and payment of corresponding fees. In view of the foregoing, the undersigned respectfully requests the honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan to consider the urgent passage of a resolution authorizing our municipal mayor to enter into a MOA with the provincial government of South Cotabato for the transport, treatment, and disposal of healthcare wastes generated by PGH. Attached herewith is the MOA for your review and consideration, signed by our municipal mayor.
Urgent.
Number 2 is 2.1. It's also coming from the municipal mayor, addressed to this august body. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings. The municipality of Tupi, South Cotabato, through its local chief executive, has formally requested the renewal of its MOA with the municipality of Polomolok for the continued use of the Polomolok Sanitary Landfill, or SLF. This partnership has been instrumental in supporting the municipality of Tupi solid waste management initiatives while they prepare for the establishment of their own sanitary landfill facility. The renewed MOA outlines the responsibilities of both parties, consistent with RA 9003, or the Ecological Solid Waste Management Act of 2000, and RA 7160. The host LGU, Polomolok, providing access to SLF, ensuring proper operation, maintenance, and compliance with the environmental standards. The Tupi LGU, transporting its residual wastes to the SLF, following disposal schedules and procedures, and paying the updated tipping fee of 1,500 pesos per truckload, or minimum 12 cubic meter maximum capacity. Both LGUs committing to integrated and sustainable solid waste management practices for the mutual benefit. In view of the foregoing, the municipal mayor is requesting for the urgent passage of a resolution authorizing our local chief executive to enter into a MOA with the municipality of Tupi for the continued use of the Pulumulok Sanitary Landfill or SLF in accordance with RA 9003 and the local ordinance on solid waste management. Attached is the draft of the MOA signed by our municipal mayor.
The same is urgent.
And 2.2 is also addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor. Dear ladies and gentlemen, greetings in line with the municipality's continuing commitment to safeguard the health and well-being of children and to strengthen preventive healthcare services. The LGU of Pulumulok supports the full implementation of the National Immunization Program or NIP of the DOH. The proposed ordinance authored by SB member Calixto Bisalada seeks to institutionalize the NIP in the municipality of Pulumulok and appropriate funds for effective implementation. This measure is anchored on Article 2, Section 15 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, RA 7160 of the Local Government Code of 1991, Republic Act 10152, or Mandatory Infants and Children Health Immunization Act of 2011, and RA 7846, or the Compulsory Immunization Against Hepatitis B. The ordinance ensures that infants and children are protected against vaccine-preventable diseases such as tuberculosis, diphtheria, tetanus, pertussis, poliomyelitis, measles, mumps, rubella, hepatitis B, Haemophilus influenza type B, among others, through the free immunization services provided by the government health facilities. In view of the foregoing, our municipal mayor is requesting for the urgent passage of an ordinance supporting the full implementation of the National Immunization Program or NIP of the DOH in our locality and appropriating funds for the purpose. Signed by our municipal mayor.
Ordinances have to pass through 3 readings. So this should be referred to the Committee on Health instead.
Okay, noted, Madam Presiding. And the last, which is just handed to me by our Vice Mayor when we entered the session hall. This is a letter from the Mines and Geosciences Bureau, or the MGB, Regional Office 12, Coronadal City, February 4, 2026. Honorable Flores Bansuelo Carlos, Vice Mayor. Dear Vice Mayor Bansuelo Carlos, this refers to the Mineral Processing Permit Application, or MPPA, of 5J Sand and Gravel Supplies, denominated as MPPA number 019-12, covering an area of 18,684 square meters and an annual processing capacity of 200,000 metric tons, located in Purok, Barangay Crossing Sulit, Pulumulok South, Cotabato. One of the requirements for the application is securing an endorsement in a form of resolution by at least the majority of the Sangguniang concerned. And at this, may we respectfully request from your good office the pertinent Sangguniang resolution or endorsement for the said application. Attached hereto is the proponent's location map for your reference. Also attached herewith the Barangay Resolution number 036 series of 2024, entitled Resolution Imposing No Objection to the Operation of 5J Sand and Gravel Supplies and Placement of Stone Crusher and Separator Machine located at Purok 8, Barangay Sulit, Pulumulok South, Cotabato, for reference. Thank you very much for your usual support. Signed, John Michael P. Ansao, OIC, Office of the Regional Director, in concurrent capacity as Chief of the MSESDD.
We'll go to the Committee on Environment.
And for the committee reports, this morning we only have one report calendared, and that is a joint report from the committees on finance, budget, and appropriations, and youth and sports development. Subject, calendar year 2025, SK annual budget of the following barangays, Lamcalyaf and Lumakil.
Honorable Costas.
For the 11th Joint Committee Report from the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations, Committee on Youth and Sports Development, subject is the calendar year 2026 Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget of the following barangays, SK Lamcalyaf and SK Lumakil. For the facts and findings, the above subject matter will refer to the hereunder signed Joint Committee for Review and Proper Action on January 27, 2026 and February 27, 2026 respectively. The Joint Committee conducted a meeting on February 20, 2026 at the Session Hall of the Sangguniang Bayan Building to discuss matters concerning the proposed budget. Present during the meeting were the members of the committee together with the SK officials from the respective barangays. Upon deliberations, the Joint Committee found the following facts. For the SK Barangay Lamcalyaf, that the barangay concerned has an annual budget of 485,909 pesos and 84 centavos, sourced from the 10% SK share of the barangay's 2026 general fund. The aforementioned budget was appropriated as follows. For the General Administration Program amounting to 153,251 pesos and 10 centavos. For equitable access to quality education amounting to 30,000. For environmental protection and climate change adaptation, disaster risk reduction and resiliency amounting to 8,000. For agriculture amounting to 5,000. For health and anti-drug abuse and sports development amounting to 100,000. For gender sensitivity amounting to 20,000. For capability building, which emphasizes leadership training amounting to 164,658 pesos and 74 centavos. For youth empowerment and livelihood amounting to 5,000 with a total expenditure program of 485,909 pesos and 84 centavos. For the SK Barangay Lumakil, the barangay concerned has an annual budget of 782,985 pesos and 10 centavos, sourced from the 10% SK share of the barangay's 2026 general fund. The aforementioned budget was appropriated as follows. For the General Administration Program amounting to 325,985 pesos and 10 centavos. For capability building, which emphasizes leadership training amounting to 317,000. For health and anti-drug abuse amounting to 50,000. For gender sensitivity amounting to 5,000. For sports development and social cultural activities amounting to 20,000. For equitable access to quality education amounting to 50,000. For environmental protection, climate change adaptation and mitigation, disaster risk reduction and resiliency amounting to 5,000. For agriculture amounting to 5,000. For youth empowerment and livelihood amounting to 5,000, with a total expenditure program of 782,985 pesos and 10 centavos. Another facts and findings is that to ensure strict financial transparency and complete liquidation of all disbursement, formalize partnership and beneficiary documentations, and strengthen priority programs, particularly in youth employment and anti-drug initiatives to promote accountable, impactful, and sustainable youth development. For the recommendations, with the foregoing considerations and there have been no more discussions and or objections thereto, the Joint Committee agreed to recommend the following. First, to adopt this committee report. Second, to pass a resolution approving the calendar year 2026 Sangguniang Kabataan Annual Budget of Barangay Lamcalyaf and Lumakil. And third, to consider the said resolution as one of the urgent measures in today's session. Reported by yours truly, concurred by the Chairperson of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Eleazar G. Overo, Vice Chairperson of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Calixto B. Salada, Member of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Joe R. H. Falcon, Member of the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriation, Honorable Billy Bert C. Baitus, and also concurred by the Chairperson of the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Honorable Ligaya R. Orbisido, Member of the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Honorable Jerome Y. Ante, and Member of the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, Honorable Dave M. Amor. So I move, Ms. Presiding.
Said report is adopted as read.
For the calendar of business, unfinished business, we have a resolution enacting an ordinance prescribing the policies and guidelines on the grant of franchise or franchises for the operation of cockpits or galleras in the municipality of Pulamuloc Province of South Cotabato, imposing franchise fees, regulatory fees, business tax, and providing penalties therefore, as well as the ordinance to that effect, authored by Councilor Antonio Octavio.
Honorable Octavio is recognized.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So, to continue with the ordinance, Madam Presiding, there are some questions raised by fellow councilors regarding with the raised by Councilor Orbisido regarding the Stag Derby, or ikaw nag-raise na sa ano. It was already explained here. The Stag Derby is to the definition of terms, a young male game fowl, usually less than 1 year old, that may already be capable of fighting, but it is not yet fully mature. Amo na siya, Honorable Guy.
Okay. Good morning, Madam Presiding.
Yes, Honorable Orbisido is recognized.
Okay, this representation suggested, and with the foresight that in the future we can have international derby. So
Yes.
it's now included in the proposed ordinance.
Madam Chair, regarding on that international derby, the committee suggested to remove the international derby, Madam Chair, because as experience, even in a national derby, all international derby is not held in the cockpit, mostly under the management, I think, of the Games and Amusement Board. It was held in Resorts World. So, amo na siya na, ano, so wala siya na held sa cockpit. So, under the management siya sang, sang Games and Amusement Board. Hindi na siya under sa 449.
Local.
Yes.
Okay.
Madam Chair.
So with that explanation, I am not privy to all the conduct of derby, whether local or international. So as informed that the members of the committee decided not to have it in one of the provisions.
To make it simple, the ordinance,
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Thank you.
Honorable Salada is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. With regards to Section 17, franchise and regulatory fees, I would like to introduce an amendment, if the author is amenable, to that the authority of granting franchise for the operation of cockpits is through bidding process. This is pursuant to Section 447A3B of RA 7160, Section 6 of PD 449. And as my research, it is affirmed in Minusa B. Lopez. The adoption of a bidding as a procedure is a valid exercise of local legislative power, provided that is embodied in a duly enacted ordinance and complies with applicable laws and regulations. And also, the Supreme Court in Stephen Tito Minusa versus Honorable Cesar Tomas Lopez in April 13, 2011, upheld the validity of a municipal ordinance that awarded the cockpit franchise through public bidding. The court emphasized that the ISB, or the Sangguniang Bayan, has the discretion to determine the process of granting franchises, and that bidding is a legitimate mechanism consistent with the principles of transparency and equal opportunity. The court further ruled that absent legal standing, parties cannot challenge the bidding process, thereby reinforcing the authority of the LGU to regulate franchises through ordinances and bidding procedures.
Honorable Octavio.
Yes, Madam Chair. In our ordinance, we had only grant 5-year franchise. We grant 5 years in franchise. So if you are an investor, if you invest more than 10 million, do you believe na for that period of time, ma-recover mo ang ano? Kung i-bid pa nimo siya, siyempre masacrifice po ang ato nga revenue, no, sa atong munisipyo. Kay siyempre with the existing cockpit today, no, kung i-bid pa naton siya, if kana siya nga nag-invest, paano na lang kung ma-recover niya kay nag-bid tapos na-perde siya? Sa muna ano naton ba na it is friendly ang bidding process kung amo na siya nga i-apply naton sa aton nga franchise ordinance.
Honorable Salada.
In the bidding process, the mechanism also, we also consider the investment, no? We can also expand the number of years that we will grant. If the investment is 10 million, we can extend also because the Sangguniang Bayan has the authority to grant franchises. So we can extend, if we call that 10 years, we can grant that, provided with the bidding process, with say a minimum bidding of 1.2 million or 1.5 million, then we will consider the investment of the investor.
Honorable Falcon.
Thank you, Madam Chair. With regards to the Honorable Salada, yes, it is good that we would with the bidding, but we should also consider that the number of population to have cockpit and Pulumulok, as we know, is just allowed of 2 cockpits, and if we do the bidding, what will happen to the 2 investors? Kay duha naman sila dito. Duha namang and we are only around 200,000 na population. So if I suggest, if everybody wants the bidding it should be on katong sa next nga on the 3rd nga or may new kung ang population nato would exceed na almost or mag-abot ng 300,000, then we are allowed to have another cockpit. Then that's the time to have it would be open for bidding, and even on kanang na-revoke nga mga revoke nga franchise kana makuan siguro nato. Pero as of now, duha ng ato existing nga mga galyera, and with the bidding, magsugod pa ang bidder, maghimo og iyaha nga galera kung mao lang mahitabo.
Honorable Salada.
Well, in Clarin, Bohol, only 20,000 population, but they use the the bidding process. How much more in Pulumulok or almost 200,000 na? We can all create another Galiera.
Honorable Jovero.
Okay, Madam Presiding. Actually, for clarity, paghimo nato ning ordinance, ang ginalantaw ni nato ang future. Di ba? Future nga guidelines para sa mga giving franchises to cockpit, no? Cockpit arena or what. That's why I go with the idea of Honorable Salada. When I read the statement coming from our legal attorney, Attorney Regine Alau Jovero, that we request him to give an advice with regards to the granting of a cockpit franchise. No, actually he mentioned here nga tong gibasa ni Honorable Salada nga in Clarin Bohol, incorporate in their ordinance bidding process para pagabot kung sakali nga magdaghan ang interesado nga mag-apply for a Galiera or cockpit arena, gisulod na niya nga daan sa Clarin Bohol nga magkaroon ng bidding process kung sino sa kanila ang nararapat na patayo ng Galiera. So we can do nothing. Di ta makawala diri sa guidelines nga ginhatag ni Attorney Limargin, nga naagi kung pwede lang isulod nato sa atong ordinance. Anyway, wala man sang problema kung isulod na naton sa ordinance. Kay kagaya ng gisulti ni Honorable Falcon nga naiduharang ang naakaroon nag-excess diri sa Pulumulok, din mas maayo na siya. Pero if comes na marami ang mag-interest, no? After nga mag-lapse ang ilang franchise. So it's better to incorporate na lang siguro sa bidding process.
Honorable Salada.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. At sa bidding process, mas malaki ang ma-generate natin na income. Let's say we will put a minimum of 1.2 or 1.5 million initial bidding, mas malaki kaysa ating i-propose na only 500,000.
Yes, Honorable Octavio.
Are we going to apply that process today or after the approval of this franchise, or we'll consider first, no, the two existing cockpits, no? Kasi as the construct their I think hindi pa naman nila na-recover yung investment nila diyan, no? So kung i-apply natin yan ngayon, so paano na lang nila ma-recover kung magkaroon ng bidding process na So, can we consider the Section 23, the transitory provision na all existing cockpit operators who have been issued business permit prior to the effectivity of this ordinance but have not been granted a cockpit franchise by the Sangguniang Bayan shall within 60 days from effectivity thereof file an application for the cockpit franchise in accordance with this ordinance, no? So i-consider siguro naton anay sila for this this first franchise ordinance naton, no? Kay ginaano na ako na after 5 years pwede naman ta mag-amend, no? So para maka-recover man sila. So that's why nga simpre after 5 years maghimo naman ta sang amendments kay may mga piece man ta nga kinahanglan i-amend, di ba? So ginaano na ako nga I think we can consider the two cockpits today, no, para makarecover pa sila. No, kasi kung may damo na magbid, siyempre, do you believe na magdaog gihapon sila? No, sa mo na ang thinking po na ako, Madam Chair.
Honorable Salada.
So Madam Presiding, dito cockpits, wala pa silang franchise? So wala pa. Bakit nag-operate sila walang franchise? Mislok or something?
Honorable Orbisido.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. If I remembered it right, when we acted and when we decided, because there is a need of an ordinance covering the cockpit or granting franchise, hindi man naton mawala no nga siling naton para ma-in place naton anong tawag nga practice ato, but we will not think of it anymore, ang aton iplastar. But upon knowing that with this advice, though kasi I do read coming from the legal office, that for fair and just, di kung maghimo kita sa mga ordinansa because ito kinikilingan natin, we might, hindi ba maging makonsensya tano? When we will act this ordinance for fair and just to all, whoever will be availing this, i-include na naton nga bidding. Ako, I suppose, kung may existing karon nga duha, which we are allowed, no, na nag-ooperate na nga sila, pagkatapos, para makita man sang katawhan ta nga, ay naghimo-imo lang ta ordinansa para gidni sining aton nga duha nga existing, di ba? Para for everyone. And hopefully, pag i-include nato ang bidding process, that would justify our act, that we are fair to everyone, whoever will apply, and to magsali sa mga bidding, nasyak ako, tag milyon-milyon na galiin ni, no? So, siguro as we review, ang mga ginakadamo ang kwarta. Hindi naman sa kwarta, ang ma-income ba? So, I would go kung hindi naman, I think we will be having this ordinance with fair and just to everyone. No.
Since there are two opposing contentions as to the matter on the process of granting the franchise, because actually there's an absence of the process of granting the franchise, no? Wala gid diri sa aton ordinance sa subong proposal how we would grant the franchise. So I think
clarification,
yes,
Madam Presiding, if we so decide, if the body decides, I think we need nga ordinance on how to conduct the bidding. I do not know if it would be okay na isa lang ka provision dito on the conduct of bidding, kasi in the municipality of Clarion parang they have also another ordinance on how to conduct bidding process, for it also to say that we are fair and just.
Since there are two opposing suggestions, so I think we should divide the House if this is to be in the bidding or not. Okay, so before that, Honorable Buntuyan first before Honorable Amayag.
Ay.
Madam Chair.
Honorable Buntuyan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Point of clarification lang, Madam Chair. O sa itong i-bidding din, Madam Chair, ang franchise, franchise?
Yes, the franchise.
Ang amount sa franchise, Madam Chair? Kung pila ang franchise, ang amount sa franchise?
Wala, we have not yet decided as to the amount, as to the process of granting the franchise. So, the Honorable Gentleman Salada.
Sa atong i-bidding, ano yung Madam Chair?
The franchise is to be the one to be bidded on. To be bid on, rather. The franchise. So, kung naay mo apply, so mag-bid, no? So, naatay, halimbawa, naatay presyo. Yes, the highest bidder will be the one to grant. Kung wala naman mag-apply na iba, so single bidder lang. So yun, kung magkano ang inilagay mo doon na magiging minimum bidding price, yun ang babayaran ng single bidder, no? Kung yun ang i-decide ninyo. Kasi, yeah, I get the, but I think I will just have a recess or suspended rules because I cannot discuss, no, as presiding officer on my own with you guys. So let's take a recess first.
So this will be, the measure, Madam Presiding, is the unfinished business will still be tackled in the unfinished business next regular session.
Yes, it is to be still unfinished next regular session.
For the business, for the day's second reading for urgent matters, we have 7 measures considered urgent. First of which is the letter of our municipal mayor addressed to this august body through the Honorable Vice Mayor for the Sangguniang Bayan Resolution adopting the local school board plan for calendar year 2026 to 2028 of our municipality.
Honorable Orbisido.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I understand every member of this august body has a copy of the municipal school board plan 2027, 2026, and 2028. If you have no question, clarification about it, then this representation is moving for passage of a resolution adopting the local school board plan for calendar year 2026 to 2028.
It has been moved and seconded. The same is approved. Next.
Next is also the request of our municipal mayor for an authority to enter into MOA with the Mindanao Medical Center Incorporated or MMCI and to sign other related documents with regard to the medical services that will be made available to individuals and families in the municipality of Polomolok, South Cotabato, particularly during emergency situations.
Honorable Salada.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. This measure is just something we have already done with other hospitals in Jensen, like Elizabeth. So I think this is good also for our clients or our patients from Polomolok in times of emergency that will not be accommodated in the PGH and the municipal hospital due to the seriousness of the illness. So I move now.
Excuse me, Doc. Nakaset sila ng 400,000. Is it just okay?
Yeah.
Yung maximum credit lang ng medical services
Yes.
nila, okay lang?
400.
Okay. Thank you.
I move to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to enter into a memorandum of agreement with Mindanao Medical Center Incorporated and to sign other documents related thereto.
That's been moved and seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the same is approved. Next.
Next is also the request of our municipal mayor for a legislative authority to enter into a MOU with the SWD Field Office 12 and to sign other related documents necessary for the implementation of the DSWD milk feeding program in the municipality of Polomolok.
Honorable Overo.
So I move to pass a resolution giving authority to our Honorable Mayor to have a MOU with the DSWD for the milk feeding program of the municipality of Polomolok.
It has been moved and seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the same is approved.
Next is likewise the request of our municipal mayor for a legislative authority to enter into a MOA with the provincial government of South Cotabato for the transport, treatment, and disposal of healthcare waste generated by the Polomolok General Hospital or PGH.
Honorable Salada.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. I move to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the provincial government of South Cotabato for the transport, treatment, and disposal of healthcare waste generated by Polomolok General Hospital.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the same is approved.
The next is also a request of our municipal mayor for a Sangguniang Bayan authority to enter into a MOA with the municipality of Tupi for the continued use of the Polomolok Sanitary Landfill or SLF in accordance with RA 9003 and the local ordinances on solid waste management.
Honorable Salada.
Madam Presiding, this is just a renewal. So I move now to pass a resolution authorizing the municipal mayor, Honorable Bernie D. Palencia, to enter into a memorandum of agreement with the municipality of Tupi for the continued use of the Pulomolok Sanitary Landfill, or SLF, in accordance with Republic Act number 9003 and local ordinances on solid waste management. So I move.
It has been moved and seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the same is approved.
All of those, Madam Presiding, are on unanimous sponsorship.
Yes, unless there's a manifestation otherwise.
Okay, noted, Madam Presiding. For the scheduled second reading, we have none. Third and final reading, none. Unassigned business, none. Let's go now to the announcement.
Yung budget pa, yung kay ano, SK.
Sorry. I overlooked the two budgets as reported by the Committee on Finance, Budget and Appropriations and Committee on Youth and Sports Development, which is calendar year 2025 SK annual budget of Barangay Islam Calyaf and Lumakil. 2025.
Honorable Costas.
On omnibus motion, I move for the passing of a resolution approving the calendar year 2026 of Sangguniang Kabataan annual budget of Barangay Lamcalia, Pulomloc, South Cotabato, amounting to 485,999 pesos and 84 centavos. For the SK Barangay Lumakil, amounting to 782,985 pesos and 10 centavos. Author by Honorable Eleazar Giovero, co-author by yours truly, and co-sponsors all committee members. So I move, Ms. Presiding.
It has been moved and seconded. Any objections? Hearing none, the same is approved.
Again, for the scheduled second reading, we have none. Third and final reading, none. Unassigned business, none. Let's go now to the announcement.
Presiding.
Honorable Salada.
Committee meeting tomorrow, Committee on Rules.
Sa hapon, pwede lang na sa hapon. Everyone, hopefully the meetings, if you can, we can have it in the afternoon kung okay lang sa inyo, because tomorrow our women will be celebrating their day sa gym. We would love really to see you around, all members of this August body. You have your invitation in your respective legislative aid. We will
Wala
have
silang
it in
part
the
sa
morning.
program, Atigay. Wala silang part sa program.
No, kalahat kayo, if you are there, we will be giving you time to give your short message. Kasi minsan, ginalagay namin, wala naman nagasipot, mas lala yon. Mayo na lang nang wala mo ngalan diri, pero makahambal gid ka mo. No, kay nagareklamo ang MS na ilagay natin mga pangalan, wala man nagakadto. Tibalan gid sa mga babaye nga wala gakadto. Sabi ko hindi pag-ibutang basta may magkadto ipahambal. Pero short lang ha, kay whole day ba yung atong ano. And I would like also to thank all your support kasi some of us, if not all, siyempre nag-sponsor ng biggest delegation. Thank you, Councilor Ilyat. Biggest delegation A, B, and C, category A, B, and C. This would be a wonderful time for all the women. Mga around siguro 1,500 to 2,000 women will be gathering. We will really be inspired if you will be around. Si Cons Jan, yung biggest delegation din si Cons, Konsihal, and everybody, no? Kung may ara, 23 items for the raffle draw. Raffle draw kay mga babae, ang siling nila, bisan 3 lang daw ka kilo bugas. But I asked the mayor, hopefully, mga items lang, we will love to have it. I know the 20th SB Vice, no? The 20th SB is very supportive to the We will be expecting you, Vice Mayor, to be there. And also today we will have, I just do not know if we can make habol because Norala tayo monthly PCL meeting. Dito na siguro atong mga legislative aid, no? And I would like to take this opportunity to congratulate our Vice Mayor being voted as Board of Director for Mindanao sa Lady Local Legislators League of the Philippines. Congratulations, Vice.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Lumayag.
Thank you, Madam Presiding. Announcement for the Cooperative and Association Committee tomorrow afternoon. Depende kung sino naka-sequence. Thank you.
Honorable Falcon.
Committee on Economic Enterprise together with the department heads, 1:30 SB conference. Tomorrow. I-arrange na to.
Anything more? Sa 19, meron tayong CapDev ha, sa Euphoria. Hindi ko ba alam kung ma-flag down tayo sa accounting. Pero naka-go na ang papers. Hopefully, yung ating capacity development for us and for the staff. Sa Euphoria, on the 19th. Kaya pero depende, napasa naman sa budget, so ibig sabihin okay lang. Sa accounting, depende kung ma-flag down. So, wala na. Session adjourned. At 10:23, please rise. Honorable Lumayag for the closing prayer.
Deadline of